Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, and Season 1 Reloaded is here. How is it so far? Is it good? Is it worth playing? Well, actually, yeah. I mean, shipment is actually a lot better this time around as compared to the shipment that we saw back in Modern Warfare 2019, and it's way better than what we saw during Call of Duty Vanguard because there isn't fire everywhere. There are flashbangs, which are pretty damn annoying, but aside from that, they were actually pretty faithful with the recreation of shipment here. Obviously, it's got a whole new aesthetic. It looks different. It's a lot wetter. It gets out there on the boat in the middle of the ocean. But if we go ahead and just look at the minimap here and then overlay the original Call of Duty 4 minimap, as you guys can see, it's pretty close. It's not exactly the same, like there's some barrels in slightly different places, but you can't get on top of the crates themselves. You're not spawning in front of or behind people as much. I mean, it still happens for sure, but aside from that, like, shipment is actually pretty good. A lot of people are actually a little bit upset though because there's no longer a featured shoot house playlist. So if you're looking to level up your guns really quickly, you're gonna have to play on shipment. You can't just simply go play shoot house, and I will say shoot house is pretty fun so far here in Modern Warfare 2, so there you have it. One of the big selling points for Season 2 Reloaded, of course, would be the Chimera, the brand new assault rifle, otherwise known as the Honey Badger from Call of Duty Ghost. You can get this by extracting it in DMZ, or you can just go play multiplayer and get 2 assault rifle kills in 15 different games. Now, I should say, at the time of this video being recorded, quitting counts. Now, that may be something that they patched, that may have been an oversight, but you can just jump into a match, get 2 quick kills with an assault rifle, quit, and then search for another game, and then do the exact same thing over 15 times, and eventually you will unlock your Chimera. What I did is I just jumped into Tier 1 with the M16 because I've been dreading even leveling this gun anyway, so I figured I'll go in, get my 2 kills, and then leave. And even though I was doing this method right here, it still took me like half an hour to get through those 15 matches because of the loading times and waiting for skill-based matchmaking, of course, to find me a proper lobby and then loading into the game. And sometimes you join a game late and it's search and destroy, and it's just not efficient to try and get 2 kills in hardcore search, essentially. You know, just back out, go back in, and hopefully you'll find stuff like team deathmatch, hardpoint, domination, and things like that. And then after your 15th game of getting 2 kills and then backing out, lo and behold, you have the Chimera, the Honey Badger. There it is. Although they fixed and added a number of things here with Season 1 Reloaded, but they have not yet fixed this freaking firing range. You got a brand new icon. Ooh, it looks fancy in the menu now, but man, the firing range is still bugged as all hell. Now, the Chimera itself, how is it? I mean, I've only used it on shipment, therefore I can't really accurately say whether or not it's amazing, but it's really damn good on shipment. And obviously, with shipment being shipment, you level up super quickly. There's only 18 weapon levels for this gun, and the camo challenges are very simple, like get hipfire kills, get double kills, get kills from behind. Now, I am hearing that the platinum challenge for the Chimera is actually bugged and it's not allowing you to unlock it. Now, I believe there's another gun that did the same thing. Was it the M13? I could have sworn I seen that in the Rage video at some point, but I'm pretty sure that that gun was also bugged when it came to the long shots, so we'll have to see if Infinity Ward is actually going to fix that, because these guns are basically our ticket. Like, if you're going for Orion like I am, like, these guns are our ticket to bypass the annoying stuff. So how Orion works is you need to get 51 platinum challenges completed to then unlock polyatomic challenges. Then from there, you do 51 polyatomic challenges and you unlock Orion. It does not matter which 51 challenges you do. Originally, there were 51 weapons in the game, and that included things like the riot shield and the tactical knife, and of course the launchers, which nobody wants to go for double kills on launchers to unlock polyatomic. But with things like the Chimera here, and then the BASP submachine gun, the new sniper whose name is escaping me right now, as well as the M13 assault rifle, assuming those long shot challenges get fixed, if you just go through and get gold and platinum and then eventually polyatomic on those guns, you can just skip all 4 launchers, which is actually pretty cool. And then when Season 2 comes out, we're going to get even more weapons, and then you can use 2 of those weapons if you're still going for the Orion grind come Season 2 to skip things like the riot shield or the tactical knife if you don't want to have to actually use those. So it's actually pretty cool how they're doing that. I mean, I did a whole video and a lot of you guys liked it, but man, it just took years off my life going for DM Ultra back in, you know, Black Ops Cold War, because I had to sit there and get those thumper long shots and those launcher double kills, and it just took forever. It was so mind numbing. It was not fun. And even though we're gonna have to wait a little bit for more weapons to release, you can skip annoying things like the launchers and the riot shield and the knife and things like that if you want to actually go for Orion. But if you're gonna be a completionist, you're probably gonna do the challenges anyway. But regardless, let's continue on here. So double XP and double weapon XP are currently live on PlayStation. They will go live tomorrow for every other platform, and then that'll last all the way until December 19th. So yeah, shipment is shipment, man. It's even faster, more chaotic, more fast paced priced than something like Shoot House, and the amount of XP you get is nuts, the amount of weapon XP you get is nuts, and having double of both is going to be insane. People are going to be shooting up to level 250. You're going to be maxing out your guns really quickly. That's going to be pretty cool. December 21st is when we're going to be getting the holiday shipment update, which is basically just going to be a festive Christmas themed shipment. That'll be pretty cool as well. And then after that, unfortunately, that seems to be all the content until February, which so far they haven't announced anything else. It's entirely possible that we're going to be getting some stuff maybe later on here in December, maybe some more stuff going on in January. But based on what they've announced so far via the Season 1 roadmap, everything is out. They've released everything, essentially, right? And so as a result of that, we have no more content, at least on the multiplayer side of things, until like February, which is definitely a pretty big gap, especially with a lot of people getting the game for Christmas, and maybe they're thinking to themselves over at Infinity Ward and Raven and Phoenix and all the other studios, you know, maybe they're thinking, you got the full game, you have all the Season 1's content released, and then so when these people do get the game for Christmas or whatever, that they have all this content to go through. But for those of us who have been playing since launch, it is going to feel weird if we do have to go an entire month without anything new being added aside from them switching around the shipment playlist and the Shoot House playlist, you know what I mean? Or maybe bringing back Shoot the Ship or something like that. So we're gonna have to wait and see how things are going to play out when it comes to whether or not they're actually going to be adding more content, or if anything more is going to be coming. I will say one thing before we check out the patch notes that I would personally like to see changed about shipment. It has nothing to do with the layout or anything like that. Take Team Deathmatch out. I would really like it if they were to take Team Deathmatch out of the shipment rotation. And the reason why is I was playing all these games earlier, right? And I had a game of TDM that lasted 2 minutes and 19 seconds. That was it. It was that quick of a match. And then, so I timed it. Of course, I put it in my editing software and I put a time code on it so I can see exactly how long it took. It was a, from start to finish, 2 minute and 19 second game of TDM. It took me 1 minute and 49 seconds just to load into the next match. So doing some quick math here, I mean, we're talking like I was actually playing the game for 30 more seconds than it took me to actually get into the game. And that feels kind of bad. I mean, it's a lot more fun when you have like domination, hardpoint, things like that. You spend less time waiting and doing nothing and more time actually engaging with the game. So personally, I would like to see something like Team Deathmatch be removed from shipment, or maybe increase the score limit by like 5 times or something like that. But aside from that, so far, I'm really enjoying shipment itself. I'm enjoying leveling up the new gun and having, you know, right now, since I'm not on PlayStation, I don't have double weapon XP, but I still have a bunch of tokens for double weapon XP, so I'm just leveling up my gun super quick on shipment and doing challenges and things like that. And you guys know, kind of the COD player base, man, like instant gratification, we're getting plenty of it here with this map right here. But moving along here, let's go ahead and check out the patch notes. You can actually find this over on Raven Software's website. Isn't that weird, man? It's an Infinity Ward game, but all the information here is on Raven Software. It just, I don't know. It's kind of odd. So we have the events, the Warzone Cup. I have not actually tried this yet, but apparently the Warzone Cup is actually out right now. And they gave us a couple of patch notes here to give us an idea of what has changed. And this is something I forgot to mention earlier. There's now a new like UI element which allows you to see how long your XP tokens have to go on for, and you can actually equip your tokens in game. You can see how long it's going to be going on for. They basically fixed the entire UI. It took them, you know, 2 months or something like that, but it's finally here. They fixed that and it does look pretty good. And you can play a challenge. It actually tells you what the challenge is in game as compared to just simply giving us that little trophy that would pop up, and then we'd have to sit there and infer as to what it actually was. Now, when it comes to weapon adjustments here, the 74U, small reduction to close range, 3 hits to kill, requires at least 1 chest hit. The M13B, blocking under barrel launcher or shotgun on the 7-inch Bruin B M20 barrel. What? Is that even a sentence? Blocking under barrel launcher and shotgun on... That's, they didn't even tell you what happened. It just, or whatever. And then the Cast-Off 545. This is a gun that all my friends like hate, and I hate using it too and leveling up and getting gold for it, but they have buffed that slightly, it would appear, increasing its close range damage and increasing its chest multiplier and its muzzle velocity. And then right up there we also see that weapons like the Akimbo P890s, the X12s, and the Desert Eagle and things like that have received a damage reduction against armored opponents. And yeah, so here basically just gonna be the patch notes. Nothing overly crazy, it doesn't really look like it. I mean, they nerfed some of the akimbo pistols and things like that, as well as address a number of other bugs and issues. I'll put a link to the full blog post down there in the description if you guys want to check out the patch notes for yourselves, but honestly, nothing overly crazy. Like, the big thing to take away, akimbo pistols are now worse, the cast-off 545 is better, and the 74U is slightly worse, apparently, statistically, although I bet it's still one of the best guns in the game, and I don't care, because I love the 74U going back to the old COD 4 days, and I will continue to use it once I get Orion. Then, of course, we have all the patch notes on the same website if you guys want to check it out for Warzone 2, as well as, of course, we also now have the brand new raids, which actually have a number of rewards and reasons to go and play it. I have not yet played the raids. I plan to do a separate video on the raids themselves. Once I can get my friends together, we can actually go and tackle that and see how it is and try to actually beat it on the hardest difficulty. But ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Season 1 Reloaded. How is it so far? More of the same, really. I mean, new gun and shipment. That's basically long and short, and they fixed up a number of things on the UI, and there's a couple of weapons that were retuned, but the big thing is, you know, shipment's back, they fixed the UI a bit, and you have a new rifle to play around with, and then, of course, winter shipment will be coming out in a couple of days, and yeah, that's pretty much it for the multiplayer side of things. Of course, Spec Ops has raids, and that's a whole video in of itself, and then Warzone 2 was updated, so you guys can check out a Warzone 2 channel like JGod if you guys want to check out more about what's going on with that, but here at my channel, we focus on multiplayer, and that is what we did here in this video here today. But guys, that's all. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for listening. Leave your thoughts and feedback down there in the comments, and I hope you guys all have a wonderful day.